Pesticide not required? The name of a frog farming game. Now, why it's called that, I don't know. The sheer amount of bugs here trying to end my froggy existence makes me wish I had a little bit of pesticide. This game is about you being a little frog, or a big frog? I'm not too sure, but you're probably just a giant frog with giant bugs given the scenery. Anyways, all you have to do is plant crops and get them to grow. Doing so will give you XP and make yourself stronger. Farming isn't the only thing. There's also a lot of combat. There are these flies and other insects that are just there to annoy you. Kinda like real life. They will try to kill you, so make sure you kill them back. This game does look pretty child friendly, since it's a game about plants and bugs. But just like other games about plants and bugs that I talk about on this channel, it's actually kind of brutal if you think about it. Saying that honestly makes me wonder what kind of psycho makes these games, which leads me into who made this game. I thought it was worth mentioning just to be fully transparent. Me and some friends ended up making this game. I am one of the two artists, mainly working on characters and a few UI things here and there. Basically what I'm saying is if there's art that you like, you can thank me. And if there's art that you don't like, blame it on the other guy, because that's totally how this thing works. Enough with that tangent, and let's get back into the video. There are other things you can do just like any frog in real life. You can fish, giving yourself experience, or you can mine and make money, just like other frogs do. Now, you might be wondering, why? Good question. That is because you can use this money to purchase more crops, go from a frog to a god, and use the money to buy a tiny little elephant from a huge merchant. With my elephant friend and my hydro cannon, the farm was going along nicely. But then this big mantis came along, and I mentioned that the other bugs are big, but this mantis is big. Now, once you defeat this mantis, a capybara pops out. So if you ever wanted a pet capybara, now you know that you gotta go find a giant mantis, defeat it in hand-to-hand combat, and take the capybara home. You're welcome. To show his gratitude, the capybara proceeded to eat a lot of watermelons. I mean, just look at this guy go. As Frog's life continued, I kept doing completely normal frog things, like having lawnmowers spawn from me, getting a chainsaw yo-yo, and have these little diglet moles to help me stay alive. Eventually, I ended up seeing another big enemy, the stuff of nightmares. It was a giant spider. I got rid of it pretty easily though, and then there were other big mantises that I also got rid of, which had a toucan inside. These big bugs truly have no morals, just gobbling up any pet and then using them as a reward, I guess, once they get defeated. As the days became more days, my frog came closer and closer to becoming the almighty frog, easily dispatching of all the bugs and in the process protecting the farm from the bugs that aren't even trying to destroy the crops. Now that I think about it, the bugs aren't even leaving alone all my pets, so maybe I'm the villain here and they're just trying to destroy me before I become this almighty god frog. Anyways, as I got stronger, some yellow jackets came for me, and those things are pure evil, so I'm now convinced that I'm the good guy. Eventually, I evolved into the magnificent Wombo Frog, and ended my successful farming session. This would take me back inside the Froggy Clubhouse, where I swapped from the basic frog to the copyright infringement Minion Frog, who has one of each pet to start. Like, I get that the pun is that the Minion Frog has a bunch of minions, but what kind of idiot would risk a lawsuit by making a design so similar? Oh. I tried to lean into the pet aspect with this character and got absolutely wrecked. So I played as the water frog, just watering and using hydro cannon, and that was way easier. Then I went into the Spring 2 difficulty and got wrecked again as the Minion Frog. I did it again with the Fishing Frog and did the wrecking. Got my attacks Wombo, and then I ended up going Wombo myself. From here, I proceeded to use the character that I suck at, and used it on the highest difficulty since that seemed like the logical thing to do. This is where the game went from a fun child-friendly game to a horror game. I died a few times, I don't want to talk about it. However, on the final run, I can say confidently that I dispatched of all the bugs, or at least I survived all of the bugs. I was at like 10 HP the entire time, all according to plan of course, to add suspense to the 0 people that were watching as I did the run, since I didn't even stream it. I somehow managed to survive on the last day with around 1% HP and go Wombo, which just teaches everyone a valuable lesson that you can succeed with the worst hand dealt as long as you're a frog on a farm with a dream. That, or you can just be a better frog on a farm with a dream and succeed easier.